The Australian Defence Force's helicopter fleet is heading back to the future. Its new Apache, Blackhawk, Chinook and Seahawk helicopters are older than the helicopters they replaced. However, the ability to operate common types with the US Army and Navy provides significant advantages that Australian operators judge to be too good to pass up.
Deliveries of the last two main types, the Boeing AH-64E Apache attack helicopter and the Lockheed Martin Sikorsky UH-60M Blackhawk utility helicopter, have commenced. The Boeing Chinook and Sikorsky Seahawk are already well in service, although a follow-up order for another 13 Seahawks is currently being fulfilled.
The Apache features a mast-mounted fire control radar, the ANAPG-78 Longbow. Developed in a joint venture between Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman, providing a 360-degree view. It also has an integrated manned-unmanned teaming data link from L3 Harris, which greatly enhances the platform's reconnaissance range and strike capabilities. Additionally, it is equipped with Link 16 for interconnection with the ADF and coalition partners. Its weapons include a M230 30mm chain gun with 1,200 rounds, and the option to carry either 16 AGM-114 Hellfire missiles or 76 Advanced Precision Kill Weapon System, guided Hydra 70mm rockets, both designed for use against unmanned aerial systems. It can also deploy the Rafael Spike LR2 non-line-of-sight anti-armor missile, which the Australian Army is acquiring for its fighting and reconnaissance vehicles. Powered by two General Electric T700-701D turboshafts, each producing 1,900 shaft horsepower, the Apache can reach a maximum speed of 160 knots or 300 kilometers per hour, and has a range of about 260 nautical miles or 480 kilometers. However, current flight tests by the US Army using the T901 engine on the Blackhawk utility helicopter are expected to lead to both aircraft being re-engined. As a result, the Australian Army will almost certainly re-engine its Apaches too, in due course. The US Army announced it would stop ordering the Apache after 2025, following a directive from US Secretary of War Pete Hegseth. However, it has not retired or grounded its fleet of about 800 aircraft, and there are still follow-up orders from export customers, especially Israel, indicating they play a crucial role. The Australian Army had received 19 UH-60M Blackhawk helicopters by the end of 2025 and expects to have the remaining 21 by 2030. The Army declared initial operational capability at the start of 2025. Australia has stated that its Blackhawks will conform to those in service with the US Army, except for weather radars and the installation of electro-optic infrared sensors. All its aircraft will be fitted with these because the Australian fleet is small enough that all helicopters must be capable of handling all missions. Their life of type is out to 2050, but the US Army plans to operate Blackhawks until 2070, so the Australian Blackhawk's life of type could also be extended. The UH-60M will be equipped with modular open systems architecture avionics, which allow much easier and quicker integration of new sensors, effectors, and other capabilities for the aircraft. It can also be optionally manned using Sikorsky's Matrix pilot assistance technology. Lockheed Martin Sikorsky has already demonstrated this capability for both the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency and the US Army. Additionally, it has developed a fully autonomous cargo variant of Blackhawk called the S-70A USU Hawk. The US Army's short-term goal is to integrate the Blackhawk, like the Apache, with launched effects, unmanned aerial systems configured for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, electronic warfare, direct attack, and other roles. This would significantly expand both helicopters' zones of influence. Like the Apache, the Blackhawk is powered by twin General Electric T700-GE-701Ds, giving the UH-60M a cruising speed of 150 knots, or 275 kilometers per hour, and a range of 320 nautical miles, or 590 kilometers. However, the US Army is testing a new engine for the Blackhawk, the 3,000 shaft horsepower improved turbine engine program, General Electric T901. This engine offers 50% more power, better fuel efficiency, and lower life cycle costs, Lockheed Martin Sikorsky states. If the T901 is selected by the US Army, Australia will likely opt for an engine upgrade for its Blackhawks and Apaches, and possibly also its Seahawks, in due course. The CH-47F is the latest version of the well-established Chinook family of helicopters. The Australian Army ordered 14 in 2022 to replace its aging CH-47Ds. They form part of C Squadron, 5 Aviation Regiment at Townsville. The additional 10 CH-47Fs, operated by the Republic of Singapore Air Force, based at Oki, justify creating a Chinook Centre of Excellence in Queensland. Under the $184 million Chinook Integrated Support Services contract, it is the only location outside the USA where Boeing performs Chinook rotor blade overhauls, for example. The Royal Australian Navy's 23 MH-60R Seahawk helicopters, one of which was lost in an accident, are being supplemented by 13 additional units. The Navy intends to operate its 36 aircraft over the next 30 years, aligning with the US Navy's configuration. The US Marine Corps already equips its AH-1Z Viper attack helicopters with the Lockheed Martin AGM-179AY Joint Air-Ground Missile, or JAGM, which replaces the aging AGM-114 Hellfire missile, also fitted to the US and Australian Navy's Seahawks. JAGM employs both a semi-active laser and a millimeter wave seeker, making it suitable for anti-UAS and uncrewed surface vessel roles. Therefore, if a version of JAGM is chosen for its Seahawks by the US Navy, it's likely to arm the Australian Navy's Seahawks as well. The US Army is urging Bell to bring its new MV-75 tiltrotor replacement for the Blackhawk into service by 2028, rather than the mid-2030s. Designed to cruise at 280 knots, it has a maximum speed of 300 knots and a range of 500 to 800 nautical miles, depending on payload, and can carry up to 14 troops. Prototypes are currently being built to fly later this year, according to Bell, for handover to the US Army for assessment. The US Army's leading heliborne unit, the 101st Airborne Division, has reportedly commenced tilt-rotor training on the V-22 Osprey and now possesses an MV-75 digital flight simulator. As of now, we are still waiting for Defence's latest integrated investment program, which is linked to the updated National Defense Strategy expected around the May budget. If Defense intends to increase defense spending, in line with US expectations, then we might see the MV-75 in the upcoming program. The Army has ordered 40 new Blackhawks with a very clear growth path, but wholesale replacement is highly unlikely at this stage, especially as the MV-75 remains unproven.
Despite some negative commentary, the Australian Defence Force continues its plans for the future helicopter fleet, matching US Army and US Navy helicopter configurations to allow new capabilities at minimal cost and risk to defence, and ensures that the Army helicopters are compatible with those of our closest ally. And that's a positive outcome.
Thanks for watching. Our videos are researched, written and produced by a small team of filmmakers dedicated to bringing you accurate military aviation history from around the world. Please consider supporting us by joining our merch and members site for early access, bonus content and merch discounts, or become a YouTube channel member for early access, or simply hit subscribe. Your support means everything.